Should I hire an accountant to do my taxes? It is shocking how much Americans are paying to the IRS. Americans are sending thousands of dollars to the IRS and writing them checks even after having withholdings from their paychecks already go to the IRS. Well, in this video, I'm gonna share with you all of the secrets to paying your taxes, paying the least amount of taxes legally possible, and if you should hire an accountant to get it done. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that, yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that, let's fix that.
I'm gonna share with you the secret way to get more tax deductions. I'm gonna share with you the real reason that rich people pay no taxes and how you can too. And I'm gonna tell you about a hidden tax code that most people don't even know about that can save you thousands. There are so many benefits to the US tax system. Most of us think that filing our taxes is an absolute nightmare and we avoid it at all costs. Some of us even think that paying taxes is awful and we should never do it. Well, there are benefits to the tax system. The United States tax code has lots of deductions. Literally, there are so many things that you can write off on your taxes to reduce your tax liability. You do not have to pay taxes on all of the income that you make. You get to write off all different types of things, and the United States government is always coming up with new tax deductions to help the wealthy keep all of their income taxes. Another amazing thing about our tax system is that it's designed for business. It is literally designed for businesses and corporations to thrive. The US tax code has so many deductions and benefits for businesses and corporations, and any person can create a business or corporation and take advantage of these tax deductions and all of these tax benefits. You do not have to think that you have to stay in this place where you are paying lots of taxes, where they are constantly taking taxes out of your check, or where you're taking taxes out of your checks and then still sending the IRS even more money. The US tax code is designed for corporations, and simply by creating a corporation, you can take advantage of all of the benefits that there are. Also, once you learn the US tax code and all of the rules, you can actually win the game. So many of us think that this game is rigged against us, that we have to pay all of these taxes, but in fact there are rules to the tax game. You literally can learn them. I'm going to teach you some of them absolutely free right here today, and you can benefit and win the game where you are not paying a lot of taxes. You can do what is legal and ethical for you to pay the least amount of taxes possible. Next thing about our tax system that's such a benefit is filing your taxes and having corporate tax returns and business tax returns and claiming certain income will open up funding options. Literally, you can get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in funding for your business, for you to start a business, for you to grow your business or any other business purpose just by filing your taxes. You want to file your taxes so you have the evidence, because this will open up lots of options, and many lenders will lend to you if you file your taxes, and they will not lend to you if you don't file your taxes. And then last but not least, the US tax system is easy. It is easier when you pay your taxes. I know people complain all the time about filing their taxes, paying their taxes, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I have been on the other side of the tax game, and it is no fun. You do not want to owe the IRS. You do not want to have those penalties and fees, and you surely do not want to go to jail for not paying your taxes like some people we know. You literally can pay your taxes. It's a lot easier if you do, and you can make your life and your business so much more simpler when you file and pay your taxes. So let's talk about how we get that done. There are options for free accounting. You literally can file your taxes for free. You've heard of TurboTax, and even H&R Block has a software where you can file your taxes absolutely free. You do not have to pay an accountant to file your taxes. Many people file their taxes themselves, literally going through their taxes every year, taking the deductions that they need, and never paying anyone for those services. You do not have to hire a person to do your taxes. However, you might want to, because usually those people are professionals, they're experts, and the tax code is constantly changing. So yes, you can do it for free. You can use TurboTax or H&R Block or any of the other Jackson Hewitt, any of the other free services that are out there. However, let me give you some other information so that you can make the best decision for you and your business. When you do your taxes, as I mentioned, you can open up hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in business funding. One of the things that I discovered was that paying my taxes and filing my tax returns on time was a big benefit to me as a business owner. One of the things that I encourage you to do is file your taxes so that you can have lots of business funding options. Another thing that I suggest that you do is start separating your personal expenses from your business expenses. You can easily get this done with a North One business checking account. Use the link below and go to North One and open up a business checking account in just minutes. You can get this all done from your computer, and you can do this from home and get a debit card just like I have for my business checking account that I can use at thousands of ATMs across the nation. Literally having a business checking account and filing your business tax returns will open up so much funding, and North One is a banking platform that makes it so easy. You can easily connect all your credit card payments, you can do auto debits, you can connect your PayPal, your Stripe, your Square, your QuickBooks, whatever accounting system you use, you can easily connect it to your North One business checking account. Paying your taxes and having business checking account statements will open up lots and lots of funding for you, so use the link below to get your North One business checking account today. Any entrepreneur, side hustle, side business, anything that you have, you should have a business checking account, and North One is the perfect place to get it. Use the link below. So paying an accountant has its pros and cons. One of the pros of using an accountant is that they are an expert. One of the things that I learned when I first started growing my business is that I realized I could grow my business really quickly, but I needed accounting. I needed someone to track all of my revenue, all of my expenses, all of my liabilities. And once I started getting business funding, I needed help with tracking all of the payments, who was owed what, and how much all of the interest was, so that I could deduct all of those things from my taxes. Literally, once I was able to borrow money in my business's name, I really needed an accountant because a lot of the interest that I was paying was tax deductible and again was a benefit for my business. Having an accountant that is familiar with a small business was an absolute benefit for me, and one of the life-changing things that I did to not only make it easier for me to run my business, but for me to have more time freedom to do what I enjoyed. When I hired an accountant, they were able to work to make sure everything was tracked properly in QuickBooks, make sure I was getting all of the deductions, and give me great advice on how to do things better so that I could keep more profits. Additionally, they could even help me review my profit and loss statements and my balance sheets and my income statements. One of the things as an entrepreneur you should be focused on is looking at the bottom line or how much money you're making. But you do not want to spend all of your days and night going through accounting, bookkeeping, what's this, what's that, accounts payable, accounts receivable. You can hire an accountant to handle those things and even automate a lot of those things so that it is easy when it is time to file your taxes. Like I said, once you start getting business funding and business credit, you want to make sure an accountant is involved so that they can help you get even more business credit and more business funds and keep your business on track. All of the big businesses, Walmart, Target, GE, Mercedes-Benz, Kraft, whichever one you name, they have an accountant helping them, and that is how they got to that level that they're at and how they continue to grow. If you want to take your small business and make it into a real business, you probably want to invest and hire an accountant, because it not only will keep you organized, it can even help you make money and give you even more access to business funding. Now let me tell you a few of the cons, because again, it is not always strawberries and sunshine. So the cons of hiring an accountant are simple. You're going to have to pay and make this investment. For some entrepreneurs, especially small business owners, when we first get started, this is not an expense that we really can carry. We think that we should be spending our money on marketing or ads or getting more customers in the door. And quite frankly, in many cases, that is money well spent. So spending money on an accountant, thousands of dollars for them to keep track of your books and your expenses when you're not making much money, is not usually a great decision. However, if you have the idea that you don't always want a small business, you want a much bigger business, you're going to have to make that investment, and an accountant can even help you get more access to more money so that you can still run ads, do your commercials, your marketing, buy inventory, and everything else that you need to do in a business. Another bad thing about accountants is they are not all created equal. Obviously, there are some accountants that are really good and they're professionals and experts, and there are people that are accountants and they are not very good, and unfortunately you won't know until you get them hired. This is a terrible thing for most business owners, and I understand, and this is one of the reasons why most business owners don't want to hire an accountant, because you never know what you get. There are accountants that have stole money from businesses and made things even worse. So one of the things that I always recommend is use an accountant or a bookkeeper that has been recommended to you by someone that you know. Yes, I'm here on YouTube and I have lots of recommendations, but I don't have an accountant that I could recommend for you in your area, in your state. You can ask local entrepreneurs in your area who they recommend, who does their accounting and does their taxes, because that is probably going to be the best way for you to get a good accountant, not just any accountant that could push you further into the hole or take money that you desperately need for other parts of your business. Every business needs a business checking account, and as I mentioned before, a special thanks to North One for sponsoring this video. North One is an amazing business banking platform that I absolutely love. Me and my students are getting North One business checking accounts set up in a mere minutes. You literally can go online and get the entire thing set up, and if you use the link below, you use my link, Noelle's link, you can even save money. Use this link, get your business checking account set up today so that you can get business credit, business funding, and you can organize your business, and more importantly, start separating your personal expenses from your business expenses, because that is so important. North One is the perfect place for you to get your business checking account, and I totally recommend them because I have a business checking account with them as well. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.